This 17 News at Noon podcast is brought to you by Clinica Sierra Vista.
Welcome back to the 17 News at Noon podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
Well, good day. I'm Elena Rusk. We begin with a fire in East Bakersfield that forced two families out of their homes. The fire started just after 5 o'clock last night at a duplex on Sterling Road and Oregon Street. Kern County Fire says the flames spread quickly, not only destroying the two units, but also spreading to nearby fences. In all, 50 fire crews were called in to help put out the flames, which took just under an hour. And officials have a warning for everyone about the fire dangers ahead of this 4th of July weekend.
Absolutely. We have triple-digit weather right now. We have an ongoing drought here in California. So we want everyone to be mindful of those things going into this holiday weekend.
Now, 6 adults, and 2 pets displaced by this fire. No one was hurt, and the cause of that fire is under investigation. Meanwhile, another fire, this one in southwest Bakersfield, has left 2 people looking for a place to stay. Firefighters were called out to a home on Gambel Oak Way near Mountain Oak Road just before 4 p.m. yesterday. Bakersfield Fire says a truck in the driveway caught fire and the flames spread to the home's shake single roof. 2 people were inside the home but did get out safely. Investigators say most of the damage is to the home's roof, and neighbors tell 17 News a nearby shake roof also briefly caught fire, but crews were quick to extinguish that. The cause of this fire is still under investigation, but neighbors were confirming a truck caught fire first, causing the flames to then spread to the house. Well, speaking of fires, this morning the Kern County Fire Department held a press conference to help the community understand what they're doing to prepare for the 4th of July holiday weekend ahead. The firefighters talked about how they're finding and citing people setting off illegal fireworks, but they also partnered with other agencies to talk about how fireworks affect our community. Representatives with behavioral health and recovery services touched on how difficult the noises can be for veterans, while the Grossman Burn Center provided some tips on avoiding serious injuries. For more information on fireworks safety, log on to kerncountyfire.org. And just a reminder, you can report illegal fireworks you see in both Bakersfield and Kern County limits on a new website. Find the link on our site, kgt.com. Fire officials stress that residents should not call 911 to report illegal fireworks this weekend. That should only be used for emergencies. The hotline to report illegal fireworks this 4th of July is 868-6070. You can also find a list of fireworks shows being put on by professionals on our website. Now back to that press conference today. Kern County Animal Control was also there to discuss how the loud sounds affect our pets and animals. We talked to local animal caretakers about the hundreds of dogs who escape their homes every year because of the noises from fireworks.
Your dog doesn't know what 4th of July is. All they know is that there's loud explosions happening and they fight or flight, and if they flight, they might not come back.
If you're not sure, put a leash on them. It doesn't hurt to take them out to go potty. We've seen dogs go through plate glass windows. We've seen dogs bust through fences, just trying to get away from the noise.
Now, getting your pets microchipped and making sure they have collars with up-to-date information is essential in case they escape. Pet experts are also saying to bring your dogs inside, turn on music and the TV maybe to help wash out the sound of the fireworks outside. If your pet has shown signs of high anxiety in past years for the 4th, you can speak with your vet about having your pet medicated.
Hello, this is Tim Callahan with Clinica Sierra Vista, and we're excited to unveil the Community Health Center of the Future, our comprehensive care center. It's located right across the street from Memorial Hospital. We have every service under one roof, from family medicine, OB/GYN care, dental services for adults and children, behavioral health, and much more. So find your way to better care at Clinica Sierra Vista this year at our comprehensive care center. Visit our website, clinicasierravista.org, for the latest on this project. We'll see you soon.
Now, also happening today, the Supreme Court ruled that the Biden administration properly ended a Trump-era policy forcing some U.S. asylum seekers to wait in Mexico. The justice's 5-4 decision for the administration came in a case about the Remain in Mexico policy under President Donald Trump. President Joe Biden suspended the program on his first day in office in January last year, but lower courts ordered it reinstated in response to a lawsuit from Republican-led Texas and Missouri. The current administration has sent far fewer people back to Mexico than the Trump administration did. Now, also at the High Court today, Ketanji Brown Jackson has been sworn into the Supreme Court, shattering a glass ceiling as the first black woman to serve on the nation's highest court. The 51-year-old Jackson is the court's 116th justice and took the place today of the justice she once worked for. Justice Stephen Breyer's retirement took an effect at noon. Moments later, joined by her family, Jackson recited the 2 oaths required of Supreme Court justices. Jackson said she is truly grateful to be part of the promise of our great nation and extends her thanks to her new colleagues for their gracious welcome. All right, let's get to some happy news from around town. 5 new little libraries are being built around Bakersfield to help close Kern County's youth literacy gap. City Council member Eric Arias has led the charge by developing the East Bakersfield Literacy Program. And this morning, the Southwest Carpenters 661 chapter began their voluntary construction on a little library at the Community Action Partnership of Kern, with materials donated by the United Way and the Sunrise Community Center. Today's construction was then followed by a live reading by Councilmember Arias.
We know that this creates many opportunities and increases the quality of life for individuals as they grow up and develop their own careers. So we're really excited. We're really excited.
The other locations to soon get these little libraries include the Bakersfield Boys and Girls Club, the Bakersfield Activities League, and the Sunrise Community Center. Meanwhile, from our Water Watchers file, there's a new directive from state regulators to help manage our state's drought. Commercial and industrial property owners here in California are now prohibited from using potable or drinking water to irrigate decorative lawns. Important to note here that the industrial and commercial property owners are still allowed to water plants and trees on their property. Those who ignore the restrictions will be subject to warning letters and eventually fines of up to $500 a day. All right, listen up. The head of the Federal Communications Commission wants Apple and Google to remove the popular social media platform TikTok from their app stores. In an open letter, Brendan Carr stated, quote, "At its core, TikTok functions as a sophisticated surveillance tool that harvests extensive amounts of personal and sensitive data." The letter comes after a recent report revealed China-based staff of parent company ByteDance had access to private user data from TikTok US, including tracking your location and your online history, even potentially accessing your facial recognition. No word from either company, as TikTok is Apple's second most popular free iPhone app. And the party is over for Airbnb renters. The company's temporary ban on house parties, now permanent. The ban prohibits all disruptive parties and events, with a particular focus on open invite gatherings advertised on social media and party house properties. Airbnb says it suspended the accounts of about 6,600 guests for violating the property in 2021. Now, despite record high gas prices, AAA predicts more than 47 million people will hit the road to travel 50 miles or more from home over this upcoming holiday weekend, including many people heading out in new RVs. The nation saw a huge spike in demand for trailers and motorhomes during the pandemic as families sought a safe space to get away from home for a bit while still safely sheltering in a rolling home. But now in 2022, as inflation hits so many industries, it doesn't seem to be impacting the RV business. Dealers say once people start camping this month and schools got out, that's when they started to see some things that they may want to change about the unit they're in. While the industry does deal with some supply shortages, dealers are reporting they have record production and more inventory for sale. So speaking of those record high gas prices, taking a look at the current numbers, AAA says our national average price for a gallon of gas today is $4.85. California's state average down a bit at $6.28, but Kern County is still high at $6.32. So that's the average. Our website will track the lowest prices in the Bakersfield area for you, thanks to GasBuddy.com. Today, the lowest price we found, $5.65 at the Valero on Union. That's near Bell Terrace. But those prices do change often, so check it out on the traffic tab of our website, kget.com.
The 17 News at Noon podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to kget.com.